fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Fine. It's just fine.
It's fine. It's like this podcast.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not great.
Is there room for improvement? You betcha.
Let me tell you, 4.5 stars on this pod right now. So there's some room for improvement.
Yep.
Who gave a 4? Someone gave a 4-star review. What does that mean?
It's like your claps. You know? It's
But
like
you
it's
either
fine.
give a 5 if you like it or love it,
Yeah.
or you give a 1 if you don't like me, or you don't like the pod, or you don't like something.
I think the 4-star is where that's where you dive deep. That's where you get.
Right,
That's where you take in all. Somebody on a 4-star review is like, I really. You should take this feedback.
100%.
Yeah, everything that they say, you should go. Okay, this is good. This is good. Because a 5-star, you're just like, yeah, I'm jerking you off. Like a 3-star, you're like, I wanted to give you a 1, but I'm being nice about it. If you're giving a 3-star, and then a 1 is like, this is petty. 1 is petty.
I'd rather you give me a 1 than a 4, because you gave me a 4. And no explanation, no review, no type.
That's funny.
So now I'm just in my head for the past week.
Yeah.
Why did you give me a 4?
Yeah, that's really funny. Fucking
And if this is their goal,
yeah, it's working.
it's worked. Fucking China rating my goddamn podcast, getting in my brain.
Yeah. I like that you went to China. Like China's using a bot system to go and
Infiltrate
4 stars.
low-level podcasts.
Yes, that's how they
give
get you.
them average ratings.
Hey, do you think communism's cool? It sounds cool. See, it's working. It's already working.
My God. Taylor's been Chinese the whole time.
That's the big twist. That's the big twist. Every podcast has to have a big twist.
And we're doing it 6 months in.
Yeah. They never suspect it. They're like, oh, the whole time I thought he was just a boring white guy. So it's been
3 weeks.
about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. How we doing?
Well, a lot of things are changing.
A lot of things.
New apartments.
Yes, soon to be.
Soon
We're
to
not
be.
currently in a new apartment, and although
We will be moving the studio
oh yes,
in
yeah.
in about
Our production
2-3 weeks.
Our production grounds are shifting.
I will be picking up my $25 iPhone stand from Best Buy and moving it from here 6 blocks over.
Now, tell me why you've gone with an inferior delivery system for products currently.
What are you talking
You're gonna go to Best Buy to pick up.
No, that's what this is. That the phone's on.
Yeah, you're gonna go get a new one.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm just picking up that and moving it.
I thought you were getting a new one, and you were like, I'm gonna go to Best Buy and pick it up. I'm like, what?
Oh no,
Did you not?
this is all I'm bringing.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
bringing
it.
any furniture.
Yeah, you're putting that in like an extra large box from Home Depot, and then just taping
I just
it
have
up.
a whole bunch of packing peanuts.
yeah, and you're gonna tape it up and just write stuff on it.
That's right. And I unpack and be like, oh, thank God I didn't lose it in the move.
God, thank God.
Oh, did we have a whole ordeal getting the furniture, Taylor? Taylor, have you ever? When's the last time you got furniture?
The last time I got furniture, well, Shar is obviously very particular and
As a woman is.
yeah, and does all of that. I mean,
course.
and not that I'm complaining. I mean, she's just very good. She's got her eye, and I'm like, you go. I would say the most recent experience of note was having to go to IKEA like 4 years ago. Fuck that place. I hope that place never recovers from
IKEA?
COVID. Yeah.
Oh, they're recovering. They're doing great.
I mean, as an online presence, absolutely.
Right.
In store should never exist again. Should never exist again
Meatballs.
after. Fine. Sure. No, fuck that.
Remember when IKEA, it came out that their meatballs had horse meat in it, and people got upset?
And then, but then it got upset as they were shoving their face full of meatballs.
But if IKEA was a culinary institute, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be mad too.
Right.
They sell cheap futons.
It's a furniture store. Yeah.
I'd be surprised if the futon wasn't made out of horse meat.
Yeah.
The meatballs made out of horse meat? Yeah.
Yeah, you pull back some wall tile and there's just horse meat just piling
Just
down.
a horse's head comes out. It's like, get me out of here. And you're like, you can talk? He's like, yeah, all Swedish horses can talk.
Yeah, IKEA is
That's a
actually
whole thing.
IKEA is Swedish for horse meat. That's
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I went to a place, Taylor. I don't know if you've heard of this place before. It's called Bob's Discount Furniture.
Unbelievable.
Have you heard of Bob's Discount Furniture?
I have not. I have heard of Bob's Discount Furniture. I'm sure there's some annoying jingle that if you were to play it, I would I would do that Jimmy Neutron thing where it like shoots into my eyes and the brain blast. I'd brain blast all over the place.
I'm trying to think if they have a jingle. I don't think they have a jingle. They have
Either
a lot of
it's that
commercials.
or just that collection of words. Bob's Discount
It
Furniture.
sounds like they would have.
Sounds
a jingle.
like it could be like Anywhere USA strip mall going down the highway. Like you're on your left, you've got a Bob's Discount Furniture, and on your right, you've got the same Bob's Discount Furniture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's on that whole.
Even a brand new one has a sign that's from the 70s. You know, like
So
they haven't opened a new one since 1984.
No, oh no, Bob's is hot right now.
Bob's is hot.
Bob's is hot. It was first off, packed in there.
Okay.
Bob's was. They check your temperature when you walk in.
Yeah.
This,
Everybody had 103. It's
let
so
me try
hot.
to frame this. Let me try to frame what Bob's Discount Furniture is. It's a place for white trash to get what appears to be top of the line furniture, but it's not. It's very much. It's the fake Gucci wallet on the street.
Right. It's
of furniture
it's what IKEA is to Brooklyn people in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It is to Long Island white trash. Like
I didn't follow that.
I'm saying IKEA is typically like people from Brooklyn will go there and just get their shitty futon. And then for Bob's Discount Furniture, it's the same deal, but for Long Island trash.
Bob's wants you to think that they're what's that nice furniture place?
West Elm.
West Elm. That's exactly what Bob's is. Bob's is West Elm for people that drive Hyundais. That's what Bob's is for.
Okay.
That's who their clientele is.
Sure.
We walked into Bob's, and there's a woman standing there. Very Long Island woman, long nails, big hair. Olive complexion, very Italian.
Okay.
I would assume.
Yeah, okay.
And she was like, all right, how you doing? We just have to take your temperature real quick before you come into the store.
Sure.
No problem, Taylor.
No problem.
No problem taking the temperature. We take the temperature. She goes, thank you for doing that. Almost no one lets me take their temperature.
So
we were like, no one? She's like, I didn't think it was a big deal. People are saying no thanks.
I'm constantly wiping spit out of my eyes.
And I looked up into the store, mobbed with people to the point where the temperature read didn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Look at everyone
if
inside.
If you didn't have COVID coming in, you have COVID going
You're
out.
leaving with it.
Yeah, leaving with it.
And you know what? For a cheap couch, people are like, it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm in the union. I got good insurance.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
It's going to work out for me financially.
I need this couch. I need this couch.
But here's the thing about Bob's. And this, so far, temperature check, she said, most people don't let me do this. And I was like, okay, I know the reputation of this store.
Sure.
And you just said no one lets you take their temperature. And what solidified the white trash part of it for me, Taylor, what did they have taking up 15% of the store?
Yeah.
The number one thing white trash loves, a koi fish pond.
Ooh.
If you walk into a place and there's a koi fish pond, be prepared for trash.
It's either discount furniture or mediocre sushi. Those are the only two things you're gonna get at a koi pond.
Dude, let me tell you, for white trash, the number one night out, if we're going out on the town, the top of the top, is to go to a hibachi restaurant.
Not a Benihana,
I mean, Benihana is the most popular, but it could be any hibachi.
Yeah,
Doesn't necessarily have to be Benihana.
Yeah.
And what is inside of that lobby of the hibachi restaurant? Koi fish pond. Correct.
Koi pond.
All Atlantic City hotels, what do they have?
Koi ponds.
They have koi fish ponds.
And they're playing little tiny fish blackjack in those koi ponds.
If gambling was legal on Long Island, they would have had slots next to the koi fish
I
ponds.
thought you were going to say if gambling was legal for fish, then they would do it.
If gambling was legal for fish, people would train the fish to count cards.
Yeah. Hit me. I'm ruined.
The fish learn how to talk.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about white trash loving koi fish.
Quick side note. Do you think hibachi came first? I mean, I know the art of hibachi came first, but do you think Benihana was first, or do you think there were hibachi places and then this thing was just like, this is Benihana and we're going off?
I think it's Benihana was a chain made. I don't know if you know this. Steve Aoki's dad.
Is that true?
100% true.
Oh, okay. Because that sounds like something
It
that
sounds
would be
something
a very
made up.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a very funny joke.
His dad was a
Like, you're right.
professional race car driver. Took the money from that. Started Benihana. Little
Hilarious.
fun fact for everyone listening.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the actual name Benihana means, but I always thought it was like BENNY space HA, like
Like Benihana.
yeah, like a guy's named
Yeah.
Benny and then his last name's
It's
Hana.
Hana.
Yeah, and I was like, wild. I was like, he sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like a really nice guy who would be a great chef. I don't
Right.
know. Chef Benihana sounds like, you know.
Right. You
he
thought
should-
Bobby Flay? No, Benihana.
Yeah, sounds like he should have his own TV show. Like he trained Guy Fieri. Like if you found out that Guy Fieri got trained by a guy named
Right.
Benihana, you'd be like, yeah, all that tracks. All that makes so much sense.
No, Benihana is actually Japanese for here's your spicy mayo, you fat fuck.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's Japanese for.
It's Japanese for onion volcano.
Yeah, oh my god. White trash loves.
I was
They
so-
love playing with food, and somehow the Japanese made it commercialized. It's the most brilliant thing.
I was watching something the other day, and it just I laughed so hard. I think it's King of the Hill. It's an old King of the Hill episode. They were at
I
a
fucking love King of the
I
Hill.
fucking love King of the Hill. Shout out King of the Hill. Like anybody who has beef with King of the Hill, just go watch a bunch of episodes. You're gonna have a good time.
It's the only show I didn't like on Fox growing up.
And now, do you like it or you don't like it?
I don't really watch it, so I can't
Oh
say.
yeah. But anyway, there's an episode where they go to a Benihana or like a hibachi place, and it just cuts to one of the characters reading a menu, and they're like, "I wonder why it's called an onion volcano." And then the minute that they say volcano, they go, "Oh!" They just can't. I wonder why it's called an onion. Oh,
But that's the reaction.
it fucking gets me every time. There and on the show.
White trash to an onion volcano
Yes.
is black people to David Blaine card tricks.
Ooh.
It's the same level of what?
Yes.
They can't
Yeah.
process
I
what
gotta
they're seeing.
do a whole lap. I gotta do a whole lap.
They
around
just
this.
start. Well,
yeah, I gotta get
the
out.
white people just kind of sit there still.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
doing the lap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No. Yeah. White people excited to go. Whoa.
what?
Whoa.
How'd you do that?
How'd you do that? Yeah, and then when they flip the shrimp tail in their hats.
They fucking love
That's
it.
fucking good. That's just good shit. That's good times. Nothing's better than just like eating over oiled, over salted, over peppered fried rice and watching a dude just like play with vegetables and shrimp tails.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's
the
a great
showmanship
time.
of it all. It's fantastic.
And you're sitting around other white trash. It's like, yeah, we have a reservation for 4. They're like, great. We set you up with 3 other groups of 4.
Yes.
You figure it out from here.
Yeah. It's truly, there is no other dining experience like that in a lot of negative ways. Like
Right.
the only positive is that there's a talented chef who cracks an egg on the middle of his, spatula.
Right.
And then pours it out and then flips shrimp tails. Every other part of the experience is terrible at Benihana.
It's like they were like, listen, we know your family dynamic isn't great.
Yeah.
We're going to put a bunch of other people there so you just have someone else to talk to.
Yeah. Or you don't feel comfortable talking because you're worried you're going to interrupt their meal. Yeah.
Oh
It's so I went to last time I was at a Benihana, I went for my birthday as like as a bit. I just thought it would
I
be-
remember.
Yeah. And immediately regretted it.
In Times Square you went.
Yeah, well that's the only one in Manhattan.
Right.
Yeah.
You would assume a commercialized place like that.
Yeah.
Times Square.
Yeah, and not that this is an issue. Certainly not an issue. Certainly nothing, against. We did not have an Asian chef.
Last time I went to a
Caught me off
A
guard.
place-
Caught me way off guard.
he was like, hello, I'm Chef Mike. And I said, listen, Chef
I might have
Mike,
had Chef Mike.
turn around.
But here's what I'll say. In defense of Chef Mike. That dude brought his A game.
I don't care.
In showmanship, in jokes, he had jokes. He was working on his tight 25, just fucking like you could just tell on paper he was like, I want to be a Benihana chef, and then everybody looked at him and they're like, I just don't think that that's gonna happen for you. And so he just worked like super hard into everything. Like you can just tell he like overexcelled at like getting good.
He was the valedictorian of
the
Benihana.
Benihana Academy. He definitely there's a couple people who are like, I can't believe he did it. I can't believe he's actually a Benihana chef.
He put an Instagram post of his graduation day. The haters told me I couldn't.
Yeah.
All my teachers said I'd fail.
Yeah. He has the graduation cap with a shrimp tail on it.
That's funny. Just a piece of lo mein with a shrimp tail on the end.
Oh yeah. So okay, so you went furniture shopping. Did you get your furniture?
We got the furniture. Sat on every couch in there.
Why?
Because I wanted to test them all out.
Why do you have
some are firmer, some are softer, some are...
Truly have never understood that.
Oh, my God. What?
I understand that there are couches that you can sit on and just be like, this is bad. But you can also just look at that same couch and go, I don't think I'm going to be comfortable on that.
Well, you got to sit. You got to sit on the couch.
Like, I've never gone into a place, sat on the couch, and be like, I'm having a bad experience. Unless it's like a futon in like somebody's dorm room that's like covered in like mustard stains and weed burn marks. Like
mustard stains aren't the first thing I think of in college dorm.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say jizz stains, but it's like, you know, I feel like that was a low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit for the jizz stains. I like the idea of somebody trying to make a sandwich and then the mustard just misses. And then it hits the couch. And it hits the couch. And then they go, somebody will figure it out. That's college.
What played in your head.
That's fucking college.
Oh.
That's somebody. College is just a collection of people.
That might have been your college experience. Yeah, but not most.
It's a collection of people making stains and going, somebody will figure it out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That is only them and their roommate in the room.
Yeah,
right. Someone else is going to figure it out.
Yeah, it's you and your roommate, and just out loud you go, somebody's going to figure that out. And then the roommate's going, yeah, they'll figure it out.
And no one ever does. And then it just stays there for 2 years.
Yeah. And then you move out.
Like, oh, you remember the mustard stain? And you're like, how do we get that? And you don't even remember.
Nobody remembers. Was it you? Was it me? I don't know. Somebody's going to figure it out.
I can't believe you never... You have to sit on every couch.
No, yeah. I don't. If I was gonna go couch shopping, we bought our couch on like a resell, but like it's like the Craigslist, but for like nicer shit. You know, Apartment Deco. Do you know Apartment Deco?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and we never tested it. It just showed up.
I don't. And what happens if it got there and it was too stiff? It was stiffer than your liking.
I don't care. I don't have a preference.
Well, that's your problem.
That's my problem.
To not have a preference is a problem.
I completely disagree.
There's couches of all different comfortabilities.
Yeah,
there's stiffer, there's firmer. Do you not care about your mattress? Do you not care about the firmness or softness of your mattress?
No.
Then you're the only person in America that doesn't care.
I just don't. I think that there are. I have far more petty things to worry about all day than that. You know, like, do people like me? Do people want me around?
Oh, God.
You know?
Shut up. Do you know why you're so concerned about that? Because you're not comfortable. Once you're comfortable, your mind clears.
If I had a good mattress, I'd be like, you know what? I'm very secure in my position.
Right. What do people think of me? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
I'm comfy.
I'm comfy. I could go take a goddamn nap right now. You know what? Maybe that is it.
I think you have to go get a new fucking couch.
I gotta go find my sleep number. I gotta go fucking find sleep number for confidence. That's
funny you bring that up. I found a couch.
Yeah. Hey, what's the sleep number on the couch?
Well, I don't know what the sleep number on the couch is, but then I go. This is what.
Hold on, wait. Before you go any further, I love the idea of doing sleep numbers for every piece of furniture. Like a lazy boy gets a sleep number. The stool in the room gets a sleep number. Very low. Very low score.
Any place you could fall asleep gets a sleep number.
Yeah, the carpet gets a sleep number.
Your
What's the
Uber
sleep number
gets
on
a
this
sleep
carpet?
number.
Yeah.
The sidewalk gets a sleep number.
Sidewalk gets a sleep number. Absolutely. Just a trash can. In case I need to fall asleep inside of a trash can.
You never know.
What's the sleep number? Just constantly calling Bob-O-Pedic customer service to be like, hey, listen, I appreciate what you did for the bed. I just need to know what my sink's sleep number is. Can you I won't stop calling until you let me know.
Do you think there's a homeless person out there when someone's trying to help them? They're like, what are you doing? This is my sleep number. My sleep number's cement.
Yeah, it's like the Neo in the Matrix where he sees everything in code. He just sees everything as sleep numbers.
That's it. It's the only thing I think of.
Yeah, it's a homeless man walking around the world, and everything is just sleep numbers all around.
It's like the Terminator with the little eyeglass on. They're looking. It just has comfortability scores.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Well, so we picked out the couch. Packed in there. Packed. More people working in there than people actually buying is what I found. I was like, you don't need this many people working here, Bob.
Yeah. What's that? Photo B&H photography.
The Hasidic Jews.
Yeah. I went into a B&H one time, and I swear to God, I was the only customer there. Everybody was working there.
Yeah.
Everybody had on the little like vest and everything, and
Family biz.
terrible service.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just I mean, I think they're very comfortable.
They're doing
They're
fine.
right. They're doing fine.
They do so well on e-commerce. I'm surprised, because everyone's doing so well on e-commerce.
Yeah, just shut down your brick and mortar.
I think they only keep it open to be like, what you want, you fucking dick?
Yeah, they get it's people's reward for doing so well. They get to work on the floor and just be an asshole.
I'm surprised the executive committee of companies don't work on the floor now.
Yeah.
What do you want? Then they spit on you.
Yeah, their just sleeves are always rolled up and they're always cracking their knuckles, just like, I'm the CFO.
They're just putting out cigars all day.
Yeah, rolling dice and just breaking bottles in a corner. Fucking great. So stupid.
I pick out the couch. I like the couch. I pick out the couch.
What's the color?
Gray. I went gray on the couch. Yeah, well, it was
for how much effort you put into the sitting on and comfortability, gray just seems like a lazy choice.
Well, it was the most comfortable one. Could have got black or gray. Went gray.
Yeah, black. The mustard stain's gonna
It'll really
appear.
pop out in that.
It's gonna pop out a lot more on the black
100%.
than on the gray. Yeah.
Even though I do have insurance on it. Is there anything more white trash than getting insurance on a $700 couch?
What would happen in your mind? What do you think triggers the insurance for you? Because there's a lot of things that happen to a couch that you're not going to go, all right, well, I need to go return this.
Well, the example
Does somebody have to die on it?
The example she kept using, Barbara, shout out Barbara. We'll get into Barbara. Trust me, we'll get into Barbara.
Is this temp check, Barbara?
No, Barbara was a saleswoman that we encountered on the floor.
Very funny that you're interacting with a salesperson to buy a couch.
That's all that was there. Were salespeople.
Right, but
well,
it's
who you going to?
No, it's just.
You think I'm picking up the couch and walking over to
to
the cashier?
You go, you sit down, and you go, this is the thing, and then you just walk to the front, and you're like, I want that couch. I don't know what a sales.
People working the floor.
But what are they They're selling you your experience of sitting on a couch,
and then the couch.
Okay, that's unreal to me. I understand. The car salesman being like, hey man, you got it. This is the 2020 model. Let me tell you about the 2020 model of this fucking car. Nobody's talking about the 2020 model of a couch.
Well, for mattresses, we encountered her in the mattress section.
Yeah, because she's following you around.
She was not following, I will say. We reached out to her.
You guys did a meet cute. You guys are doing a meet cute with this fucking. You guys.
What's a meet cute?
A meet cute is what they do in like comedy or romantic comedies, where it's like people serendipitously bump into each other, then they fall in love.
Very similar.
Yes.
That's how the floor of a furniture store.
Yeah, it's a series of meet cutes, and then you buy a couch.
Correct.
That's the happy ending.
Essentially.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I got the couch.
You got the couch. Barbara and it's gray.
Barbara, I got the $70 insurance on a $700 couch. Ching.
$70 insurance on a $700 couch?
Correct. It covers it for 5 years.
Oh, yeah. So I asked you what would happen.
Yeah, the example she kept using was, well, what happens if you get, like, ink on the couch? And then I was like, lady, I'm 27. I haven't used a pen since 2015.
What are you, a calligrapher?
What
the fuck are you doing?
What do you think? I'm using a feather and ink?
Do you think we're secretly octopus people?
What do you think's going on? Where I just I'll make a thing of spaghetti and I'll be like, oh!
Yeah. I'll make a thing of spaghetti and accidentally pour ink on it.
I'm making paella, squidding paella, and I'm throwing it all over the place. Relax, lady, with the ink.
Yeah. terrible. This is somebody. Was she suggesting getting the black couch to be like the ink stain
No, it
not
was-
going to be that bad?
I like the gray couch over the black. I don't like black furniture unless you're going to get leather.
I don't think you should ever have a leather couch.
Oh,
I
Emma
think
just
le-
got pissed off.
Yeah, that's fine. I just think it's like so. I mean, there's definitely like the old, like it's a we're talking like a really nice one. Like you shouldn't go anything lower than like the top of the line leather couch because anything below that is just like
Creaky and squishy.
You're like your skin
Agreed.
is just like sticking to it, and you're just
Right. You got if you're gonna go leather couch, you gotta go real leather. You can't go
Right.
with a pleather
No,
situation.
Yeah.
You gotta go full. You go on all in or all out.
right.
This I don't know what this is made of. It was comfortable. I liked it.
Is it like
And
this?
you're gonna be podcasting from it for at least 5 years because that's how long the fucking warranty lasts.
And I cannot believe I didn't have a say in the matter.
No.
I can't believe you didn't call me up and be like, "Hey, do you like black or gray?"
well,
It's very rude.
Too bad.
It's-
if you want to start editing this podcast, then you have a fucking say. Until then,
gonna start-
shut up.
I'm gonna start editing, doing like color correction on the
Just on the couch.
just the couch.
You just green screen the couch and you
Yeah.
put another couch in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna green screen a bunch of like goofy like old Western movies into it or something. Yeah, into the color of the couch.
Are you guys sitting on Sopranos clips? As a matter of fact, we are.
We are. We absolutely are. Okay, so Barbara, Barbara and the cat.
So we meet Barbara in the mattress section.
Mhm.
I start looking at mattresses, Taylor, and I'm going mattress by mattress. I'm just trying to
laying
feel
on each one.
stiff, firm.
What's the process here? You putting the hand down?
I'm laying.
You're
She
laying.
gives me a pillow with a my own cloth over the pillow,
Wow.
and I'm laying on all the couches here.
You're just rolling in the COVID, huh?
And I'm roll. I don't give a Listen, it's Long Island. It's covered in COVID. You think I
Right,
give a fuck?
right.
It's I was put on a death wish, going laying on the couches.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right. Right.
So I'm picking out couches.
Mm.
Couches. I already picked a couch. I'm picking out mattresses.
Mm.
And I picked on their most expensive mattress, Taylor. What is that mattress called? The Bob-O-Pedic. Yeah. You know Tempur-Pedic? Tempur-Pedic is if you have a good job. I got a Bob-O-Pedic, baby.
It's not a sleep number. It's like a sleep bobner. They're adding Bob to every.
It seems like the difference between a Tempur-Pedic and a Bob-O-Pedic is Tempur-Pedic is the mattress and a Bob-O-Pedic is the mattress with a big old picture of Bob waving through the O.
with the dead body of Bob sewn into it.
Bob was a very heavy man. That's why it's a softer mattress.
Right. Was that a part of the sales pitch?
Yeah, you know how when you go to church, the cracker is made out of Jesus' body?
Yeah.
That's the Bob-O-Pedic. Bob's body made the mattress.
Can I be totally transparent about the body of Christ for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the snack that got away from me. Like to this day, if I were to come across a jar, a bowl full of the body of Christ, just all those little crackers, I'm eating 100. I don't care how full I am. I'm eating 100% of it. It was the best part of church, hands down. I mean, everything else is boring and terrible.
It was the best part of church. You could have been slapped in the face and been like, you know what? That was the best part of church.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying that cracker was really fucking. Where is it? Why is there nowhere else that can reproduce this goddamn cracker?
I was gonna say the liquor company, and you weren't like the blood of Christ was where it was at.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
I had a sip of really old, stale
Merlot.
wine. Yeah, non-alcoholic wine, and was just like, well, this is my career. This is what I'm gonna be doing with my life.
I want to draw pictures for this bottle.
Yes. I could see the campaign. Yeah, so blood of Christ, or body of Christ got away.
Body of Christ.
So shout out body of Christ.
0.87 calories per cracker. Didn't think you knew that.
Unreal.
I don't know why I know that.
Yeah,
but
why
that's
do
the
you know
truth.
that information? Were you at church and like on a big calorie deficit and just like, I don't think I can swing it. I don't think I can swing it today.
Yeah, the day I
No
found out
thanks
about
to me. No
the
thanks.
day I
I'm
found
watching
out
the
about
figure. I can't have this tiny little cracker.
Oh my God! Please, watching my figure when I went to church. We could talk about that. That's a whole different episode.
Yeah, you were looking for the waffle of Christ.
I had 2 bagels every Sunday when I went to church. It's not even a joke.
You were doing, yeah. Oh, I mean, hands down. Yeah, apparently church was a food thing for me because afterwards they do Dunkin' Donuts donut holes. Woo! Choco.
They're called Munchkins.
It's donut holes.
What?
Donut holes is, I believe, we had this debate, or have I had this fight with somebody else? Because this is a fight that's very familiar to me.
What?
I've always called them donut holes because
Yeah.
they're the holes in the donut.
No
that's
argument.
missing. Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Right. Why are you calling them Munchkins?
Because at Dunkin' Donuts, they're called Munchkins.
All right. Well, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Loyalists,
Yeah.
that's who.
Yeah.
They don't go around here. I didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts for 26 years to get them to be called fucking donut holes. You buy your Entenmann's bullshit at Stop and Shop if you want donut holes.
Bullshit.
You get Munchkins at Dunks.
It's a shit way to brand it. It's a shit way to brand it because you know they were thinking about doing like mini versions of donuts and they're like shit. We really screwed the pooch here calling those other things Munchkins when they're just clearly donut holes.
They're very much donut holes.
I want to call a little donut a Munchkin, like an actual little tiny donut that we just give away, but we can't do that because we fucking blew our load on donut holes.
I don't know if you knew this because Dunkin' Donuts made in Boston. That's where Dunkin' Donuts was created. Originally, they were called fucking midgets. I don't know if you knew that about Munchkins. And then they were like, I think we have to rebrand this. And they're like, well, I'm not sticking away from my fucking dream. I'm not going away from the...
Yeah, all right. So what do you got? A Munchkin? I mean, sure. If you want to go that direction, I guess that's fine.
No, I think we should stick with donut holes. I didn't create this company
Yeah.
to take donuts, punch holes in them,
Yeah.
and not insult dwarves.
You're telling me little person sugar snack is just that's not happening? That's just not going to happen? Why am I in this meeting?
I'm not even going to tell you what I want to call the chocolate ones. I mean, I'm just not even going to go over. You don't even want to hear my ideas?
Oh, I'm getting boxed out. Okay. All right.
Was your grandfather
Yeah.
Arnold Duncan?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. And what about calling the donuts normal person snacks? What do we call? How about we call them normal people and then we call these munchkins? What do you think?
How about we call the jelly donuts my mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Huh? Am I right? Yeah? Huh?
Hey.
Oh, all right.
All right. I should do stand-up.
And that's how Patrice O'Neill was created.
Every unfunny person who ends something that they think is funny goes, I should do stand-up. Yeah.
Every person over the age of 45 that's told a joke to me said, you could use that.
Yeah, you can use that.
You can use that.
I think if you end a sentence with I should do stand-up, you have said something so tremendously unfunny. And people are too uncomfortable to say anything to you. That's hands down. If you find yourself going, yeah, I should do stand-up, everybody hates you.
Right.
Nobody's ever liked somebody who's like, yeah, I should do stand-up.
Oh, we're getting deviated from where I wanted to go.
Yeah,
but
right.
What I
Barbara,
think is,
mattress. Yeah, where did you end up with the Bob-O-Pedic?
I'm gonna end with this just funny idea I have. A guy tells an unfunny joke.
Yeah.
And he says like, oh, I should do stand-up in his head. And then the next time he does public speaking is at his mother's funeral. And he's like, all right. He just like brings out his notebook. It's a marble notepad. And like, all right. You all knew my mom, right? Oh, fucking bitch.
Yeah.
He's a big Dice Clay fan.
Yeah, Dice Clay. Yeah. So my mom's dead. Anything? Huh?
Jack and Jill went up a hill. My mother's a whore. All right. He's smoking a cigarette in the church. So I got the Bob-O-Pedic.
You got the Bob-O-Pedic. You settled on the Bob-O-Pedic?
Settled on the Bob-O-Pedic. And so we're going to do the checkout. She sits down. She has her iPad out. We're doing the checkout. And I was like, okay, we're going to do the couch. We're going to do the Bob-O-Pedic.
Sure.
And just make sure the picture of Bob is still on the mattress. She said that's how it comes.
Did you hit the king or the queen or full?
Queen.
Cool. Queen.
Did a queen Bob-O-Pedic. She said, okay, let me put this in here. All right. And when are you going to need this? I said, my lease starts March 1st. So really around then. Could be a little bit later. I think we're going to start moving in March 6th. And she was like, you think you could get this by March 6th? And I was like, yeah. That's why I'm here.
Right.
About a month earlier to get it.
Right.
She's like, how do you think we work? I was like, by purchasing and then you fucking deliver it. That's how like how furniture stores work, Barbara. What you mean? What do I mean? And she was like, I mean, you clearly haven't bought in anything since COVID. And I was like, how many couches do you think people buy in a year?
Yeah. How many ink stains do you truly think that we're coming across?
Well, she knows I'm the type of guy that gets the insurance,
Right.
so she knew I would have
Right.
gotten it.
Yeah. Yeah. She should have clocked that. Should have been like, it's been at least 5 years.
Right.
His previous insurance.
This is an insurance guy.
Yeah. Yep.
So she's like, I can't get it to you. Couch, I'm not getting until the end of March. The mattress, I'm not getting mid-April. And I was like, oh, I mean, what else can we do, Barb? She said, nothing.
Nothing.
She said, we can't do nothing.
Here's, if I can provide some feedback to Barb. Lead with that.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something where I've been like, oh, yeah, I'm going to look for a mattress and couch. Be like, okay, just to let you know.
Yes. Just for a heads up so that you don't waste your fucking time.
Right. We're going to fuck you.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck you hard on
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So
I was like,
was
well-
it just those specific mattresses or
Everything.
everything in the store?
Well, the mattress was sold out, obviously, because it is the Bob-O-Pedic.
It's the Bob-O-Pedic. People coming.
What, are you going to get, a Tempur-Pedic?
People are coming for burrows around to pull the Bob-O-Pedic.
All over the place.
Yeah.
And then couch, she said they have, but because of the supply chain, she didn't use the word supply chain because I don't
Right.
think she knows what that is.
doesn't know what that is.
But that's what she meant.
Yeah.
So it's not going to get there till
that shit from the
end of
other
March.
place that's got to come to this place, the factory.
They gotta transfer.
Yes. Yeah, they got
They
to
gotta transfer.
They got to transfer. Yeah.
I was like, all right, Barb, you already have my credit card, so what am I going to do here, huh? And she said, well, I don't know, nothing. And
I don't know nothing.
then, she's printing out the receipts, and
Yeah.
she's like, all right, so here's all your receipts and everything. I got your email. Now, listen, here's the thing. I'm not going to be around for like a month and a half. So usually you call me and I give you an update on what's going on. And I'm just not going to do that because I'm not going to be here. And it was like, I'm not going to be here like I'm having a procedure. And she kind of like wanted us to ask about the procedure,
Sure.
but I didn't
Of course
because you're
not.
Barb.
Yeah, you're Barb.
You're Barb. And I was like, okay, so just to make sure I have this all right, I'm not getting the stuff I bought for a month and a half,
Yeah.
and you're leaving.
Yeah.
And she was like, that sums it up.
Yeah. Would you like me to spit on your face or spit in the receipt and you can wipe it on your face? What would you like to do next?
Because that just reminded me. She's like, all right, how would you like to pay? And I was like, can I do debit or credit? She's like, we only take credit. And I was like, okay. So it sounds like we only had one method of payment here.
I just love it as she's like, we only do credit and Bitcoin, apparently. I don't understand why. Nobody knows what it is.
Barb has no idea what Bitcoin is.
No clue.
Barb asked me for a traveler's check.
Yeah.
I was like, relax, lady.
Yeah. I like that you went through this entire experience and then finished the payment and then that was it. Like you couldn't go to anywhere in Manhattan and get mattress stuff. Like, was it a substantial discount going out to Long Island to get this shit? Like,
yeah,
a
well, the
substantial
actual
discount?
stuff. Yeah. And then, because my parents just got a mattress and it took them about 6-8 weeks. They're like, this is just, no matter where you go.
What is happening in the mattress manufacturing?
The whole thing, usually they had like they had so many factories around that they would like regional,
Do you
that they
think
would just ship
do you
them
think
out.
it's like COVID compliance where they just can't?
That's what it
bottle
is. So
shit
they're all
out?
just shipping out of one place now.
Mm,
So that's why it's taken so long compared to a regional center,
mm,
which I get.
sure.
But start with it, like you said.
Yeah, lead into
Lead.
it. You should have a big fucking sign outside that says it's 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. It's just out of common decency, I'd respect that. I'd be like, hey, I fully missed the sign. That's on me.
Right. You put the sign up. It's on me.
Yeah.
I missed.
Yep. Garbage.
Garbage. So that's so next weekend I'm gonna start moving. I will move a few of those spoons
Yeah.
and
then that's
maybe
it.
the detergent, and that's about it.
Just a proof of concept that you are in the process of moving. It's like when they break the bottle of champagne on the boat. You know, you're just
Right.
you're just like, here it is, and
We're
we're
doing it.
moving, and we're moving.
I'm just gonna lay on the floor and just be like, all right,
Yeah, moved in.
I have nothing else.
All moved in.
So that's the move situation. To give you an update. So more to come.
Love it. Love it.
We're doing it.
I got to see some coworkers last night.
Oh my God. Where'd you go?
Donnybrook in the East Village.
Oh, love the Donnybrook.
Yeah. And get this, you piece of shit.
Tell me.
I met up with two of my coworkers. We're having cocktails, beers. We're just pounding beers, just hanging out. First time I've seen them in 6 months.
Oh, for you.
Yeah, we're having a great time. We're having a ball. And then we talk about our other coworker who happens to live in the East Village. We're just like, hey man, it's been a whole year. It's crazy.
Right.
Like, I wonder what he's up to. Not even 10 seconds goes by, and he just walks past us.
There you go.
Just fucking put it out in the universe. There he goes. He sits down with us. We're having drinks. We're all hanging out. His girlfriend works at the company, and she's around the corner.
Come
Boom.
on in.
So all of a sudden, we're having a super spreader incident of like
Who
6.
cares?
Yeah, who
Indoor,
gives a-
outdoor.
Outdoor Donnybrook, and everything looked like a horse stable. Like, that whole street is now just a collection of horse stables where people get drunk in it. Fantastic. I love it.
Right.
But this guy, he's hungry. He's like, I know a great Thai place around the corner.
Oh.
And he heads out. He comes back, and he's like, oh, where'd you go? What Thai place? And it turns out sunflower seed or whatever the fuck. Our pho place.
Spring grass.
Yeah, spring grass. Not Thai.
It's not Thai. It's
Vietnamese. It's
Yeah.
Vietnamese, but he's like, yeah, what do you think? And I'm like, what do I think? I fucking love it.
Best pho in the city.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all that we got were spicy chicken wings, but they
Good?
were incredible.
Yeah. Then that place is just good.
That place is just good. It's just killer.
Does that white guy still have a cast on his arm?
I'm sure he did. It was his other arm now.
It was the other.
Yeah, he saw them putting sriracha in the chicken noodle soup,
There you
and
go.
then they had to break it again. It's on him. It's
He
on
has a
him.
short-term memory problem.
Yeah, he's got to stop looking in the kitchen.
Right.
That's on him. That's callback.
Callback.
Deep cut callback. So Donnybrook, fantastic. We shut it down. 11:30.
We're just shutting it down now.
Yeah, and to the point where they were like, last people there, all the lights were off. It was dark.
Oh, really?
And they were like, get the fuck out.
Were they climbing up the ladder?
What ladder?
They have a ladder behind the bar. That's why I like that place.
Oh, no. They were just like all the lights were off, and they were like, we're going to give you 10 minutes, and then you have to get the fuck out of here. But we were I had like 4 beers and just tanked. Just absolutely tanked.
I would have 10 minutes, and then just fucking take the glass and smash it on the ground. They'd be like, you don't tell me what to do. We're outdoors, baby.
Yeah, everything's back to normal. Fuck you guys again.
That's right.
Yeah.
De Blasio said we could dance in the streets now, you dumb bitches.
Right.
Glass.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so got some pizza, got to hang out. It was a blast.
Rizzo's Pizza?
No, not Rizzo's. It was just like it's kind of just like a shitty, like, hole in the wall. It looked like during the day it could be a sandwich place, and then it just becomes it's one of those, like, they're doing pizza in a weird way. Like squares that you can customize and then you put in, but it's
I got you.
nothing seems
I know
like
what you're
an actual,
saying.
Yeah. It feels like it's a lunch spot pizza place. So, yeah, did drinks last night. Just happy to feel a little normal. Feel a little tiny bit normal. Like it didn't feel
Slowly getting there.
Slowly getting there. So
I'm living on top of a beer hall now.
fantastic.
So
Have we walked past that beer hall?
no, I haven't walked past it with you at least. Packed. And it's only outdoors, it seems. I don't know. Clinton Hall. Shout out Clinton Hall.
I think I've been there.
You might have. It's pretty popular.
I think I've been there on a bar crawl. It's like a really big spot.
Oh, there's a few of them. Used to be one on the Seaport. There's one on the west side.
I've been to the Seaport one.
That one was okay.
I mean, that's a huge space.
It's not there anymore. It's closed like 2 years ago, that one.
Really?
Then it turned
we must
into
have
a
got there
shit
right before it
place.
closed. Yeah.
It was good. When it was there, it was good.
Yeah.
It's a quality place.
Yeah. But it was just like I remember walking in and just being like, I did not know real estate like this existed.
Yeah, it's big.
That,
and then
that
upstairs they had.
Yeah. And that a restaurant or a bar could just come in and be like, yeah, we'll have 300 people packed in here. Not like a pandemic's about to be on.
That was before.
Is it before 4?
That was before. The before time.
Yeah. So my mom's about to get vaccine shot numero dos. Yeah, shout out mom.
Fuck you, Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, shout out mom, second dose.
Shout out Washington State.
Yeah, and she's going to take a month after she gets it, and then and then
punch Asian people.
and then begin the retaliation on the bats, on the bat community. No, she's gonna fly into New York. Yeah,
here we go.
We're planning on doing like a beach house thing in get this, Long Island. And
where at?
I don't know. We can offline this.
Okay.
I learned that.
We could talk.
I learned that term today.
Offline?
Yeah. It's their way of being like, stop fucking talking about that in the most professional way. Stop.
Right, in a Zoom meeting.
Stop fucking wasting our time.
Right.
And we'll talk about it later. It's such a beautiful way of just being like, do not say another word about it. You're being annoying. Let's offline that. Somebody gave me an offline this week, and it like gave me one, and I was like,
how'd they say it?
I was asking them a question, and
everyone close your eyes.
Yeah. I was asking them a question about sending a PowerPoint presentation to like a third-party person, and it only vaguely had something to do with what we were talking about.
Okay.
And so she's typing, she stops typing, thinks about it for 3 seconds, and then goes, we can offline this.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought.
Not as bad.
That's not
as bad as I thought. But it did create a ripple effect in my brain for about 5 hours.
Well, yeah,
where every like 20 minutes I just heard, we can offline this. And I was like, oh yeah. That I was like,
she cut me off.
I know. I wasn't even upset. It was just like, it's like one of those like per my last email.
Right.
Nothing's better than a professional like, I like you, but shut the fuck up. Or you're being annoying, you're being a piece of shit, like, shut up. Yeah, per my last email is like, fuck your face off.
Yes.
I hate your guts. If I could, I'd stab you with a knife. That's per my last email.
Nothing is more insulting than a per my last email.
Yeah, per my last email is a professional threat.
It's pretty close. It's as close as you're going to get. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a declaration. It's the closest we're getting to a declaration in modern times.
Absolutely. It's the closest thing to taking a white glove and slapping a person in the face. Yeah.
My
last email.
You should have to duel.
Yeah, you should have
if you send a per my last email.
Yeah. If Hamilton was alive today and in the corporate America, he would have done a per my last email.
He also would have got canceled because he's a straight white man.
Yeah, so mom's getting the Vaxxeroni.
Good.
Gonna do a little beach house thing.
That'll be good. During the spring?
We're trying to do like May.
Oh.
Yeah. Just before it gets like too summery and just like too hot and
okay.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the news. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I got a little fun story from today.
Oh, hit it.
Listen to this. Usually I go to the gym during my lunch.
Okay.
Today, they made me very busy. I had a very short lunch. So I had a company-wide meeting that we do every 2 weeks before my lunch.
How many people are on this meeting?
I'm going to say 30, give or take 5.
Sure. Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym during the meeting, call in, and then whenever I'm called on, I'll speak quick.
Yeah.
We just keep moving.
Sure.
Taylor, I go to the gym, Taylor, and it's supposed to be a quick workout, half an hour maybe.
Mm-hmm.
First off, there's a trainer there that doesn't stop talking to me every time I'm there.
Yes, you've brought him up on the podcast.
New trainer. That trainer left. New trainer in.
Listen, if you keep coming across trainers who are trying to have conversations with you, it might be you. It might end up being you. What energy?
Very much.
What energy are you putting out into the gym environment?
I thought I was giving off a "don't fucking talk to me" with my AirPods
maybe that's
in.
It. Maybe that's the energy that they're like, something about this. Like it's reverse psychology.
With this one, it was because I went to scan in, and it comes up with my address when you scan in, and it has my Long Island address. She's like, "You're from Long Island?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm from Long Island." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. What are the odds that somebody working out at a gym in Lower Manhattan is from Long Island?
I thought pretty good is what I thought.
Because they would just go back to Long Island to work out?
I mean, the last trainer was coming in every morning to train
Yeah,
people
you
from
were
Long
talking about
Island.
that.
And now this.
And I understand so little about gym culture. I thought that maybe that's normal.
So do these people, let me tell you. So she just nonstop talking. Like, I was trying to do intervals on the bike. She's trying to talk to me it couldn't be more obvious.
You're right.
That I'm like not trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then we'll get.
What's our time count out?
We're at 50.
We're at
doing
50.
good.
Okay, I got one for when you're done.
Okay. Like the other day, she just keeps pestering me.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why aren't you doing kettlebell swings? Why aren't you doing sled pushes? All exercises that do nothing."
Can you do sled pushes in your gym?
Yeah, we have a turf.
Wow.
There's like a little turf area.
That's a nice sounding gym.
Yeah, well, not really.
Okay.
Very dirty.
Sure.
But it came out on yesterday, because she asked so many times why I'm not doing things that I said, yeah, it's because I have a master's in clinical exercise physiology and I was a member of the cardio oncology research program at Sloan Kettering. And she was like, oh, so you're a trainer. And it got back into the, no, I'm not a trainer. I was a cancer researcher. I have a extensive education in the scientific field. And she's like, what, do you have tips for me as a trainer? And I was like, no, I'm not a trainer. I was never a trainer. I was very much a cancer researcher. I don't have time for this. And now, so that was what this was today. As I'm on the call with her, she's like, how do I get a sports medicine job? I was like, be a doctor. That's how you get a sports medicine job.
You know what? I got the solution. You're going to love this. You're going to love this, you little piece
Tell me what the solution should be.
Piece of garbage. You get a business card with with what you just said. I did blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah. Like your frequently asked questions. And then what you do is, like, if they're really bothering you, just be like, oh, hey, by the way, here, and then just walk away from them. There's just don't say anything. Don't acknowledge it. Just hand them the business card that clearly lays out everything you just said, and then just walk on. And just be like, I'm just trying to enjoy my time. Because maybe they'll think you're, like, a super professional guy because the way it's written out is, like, you're, like, a dude.
Right.
And then, or you should just tell them that you have to get back because you have surgery later today. And they will just absolutely
hit something.
Go with it.
No, this girl just doesn't understand anything that I'm saying. I could tell her surgery. Well, she still wouldn't. I'm deviating. I'll get back to that point in a little bit. But she's talking to me as I'm on this meeting.
Yeah.
I'm never brought up in this meeting. Ever.
Yeah.
No one ever calls on me. I thought I was safe.
Yeah.
The meeting starts. One of the executives, COO, I really don't know what his title is. I don't think he has a real title.
Okay.
He was like, I just want to give a shout out to Rich and how great Rich is doing and how selfless he is as a person. And he's working so hard. He's asking so many questions. He's putting himself out there every day. He's like, and you know what? I'm going to pass this along to Rich. I'm going to pass it along to Rich. And I anticipate something like this happening. So I hit audio on the Zoom. The second I hit audio, Taylor, the gym decides to use the speakers for the first time in the 4 years I've been going to the gym. And they're like, Rich, are you on it? I go, hey. The loudest techno. And then I can see on my phone because I'm on the Zoom, but my video's off, but everyone else's video's on. Everyone just stares into the screen. Like this. I was like, sorry, I'm at the gym. It's the only time I had today. Thanks for the shout out. I'm gonna pass this along to Tommy.
I'm gonna pass this along to Tommy.
Shout out Tommy O'Regan. Pass it along to you, babe.
That's so funny.
I couldn't. It was the only time that anyone's ever called on me. And I've been going to this gym for 4 years.
Yeah.
There's construction tape all over the place. I didn't know anything in there worked.
Right.
That was the time to test the speakers. I didn't even know they had speakers. I didn't even see speakers. And I looked at the trainer and she said, they're putting in speakers. And I said, shut up, bitch! Enough of this.
I'm getting an accolade.
God damn.
That's so funny.
But it's hard to explain with this trainer because you never really dealt with like
Exercise.
Exercise. It's not just exercise. You never dealt with like exercise science people, and listeners to this aren't really going to get this either.
Yeah.
They're extremely autistic. They can't pick up on social cues. Do you know like cross country kids?
Yes.
That
Bingo.
most
Bingo.
exercise science people are
Heard that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't know how to communicate. So going back to this trainer, she was like, "Oh, so you were a personal trainer?" And I was like, "No, cancer researcher." She said, "How do I do that?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's like a real you gotta get a lot of education." She's like, "Oh, I'm getting my massage license," and I was like,
yeah, you can massage cancer out of people. That's definitely a thing.
"There's people that have told me dumber."
Yeah.
So, well, I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, sure." She was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to like get into sport. I'm trying to be a personal trainer at a hospital. How do I do that?" I go, "Okay."
Sick.
You create that position.
Yeah.
Because that's not a thing that exists.
Right.
Why do you think that's a thing that exists?
Yeah. I saw it on Grey's Anatomy for an episode.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be a reasonable excuse.
Yeah.
She was like,
I
know.
was watching Grey's, and it seemed like they had a hot doctor guy doing it, and so
They were working out in Grey's.
yeah. And I thought, there's a gym in a hospital. There's got to be a trainer there.
Gotta be she was like, gyms need trainers to run. And I said, they don't.
No.
As a matter of fact, they do not.
No. In the same sense that a discount furniture store does not need a fleet of salespeople on the floor.
That is a fantastic correlation. Trainers are the or furniture store salespeople
are the
trainers of I don't need you.
Yes. There's nothing you can tell me about this couch that is not apparent from either sitting on it or just looking at it with my eyeballs. There's nothing you could possibly do besides explain to me bullshit insurance for
$70.
Yes, $70 for insurance, which you could just put on a laminate on it.
Right.
Your job boils down to a laminate on a piece of furniture that people just sit on. That's your position.
Right.
And you can't. It takes you 8 weeks to get fucking shit out. Insane.
Yeah.
You got any more?
No. She was like, I know a guy who also has a master's, which she didn't say the degree. She was like, he's a personal trainer.
Great.
He's like you. He taught, what's it called? Pregnancy classes?
Lemez.
Something like that. She was like,
that Lemez is
is a play?
It's a play.
Yeah.
I think it's Lamaze.
Lamaze,
thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Shout out roommate Mike.
Shout out Freddie Mercury.
And she was like, he was a professor and he teaches Lamaze classes, so kind of like what you did. And I was like, you're just not listening. You're just not listening to me at all.
Yeah.
And that was what today was. She was like, so like, do you think I could be a personal trainer at a hospital? I was like, what? That's not a job.
Right.
It's not a job.
Not only is that not a job, but also no. I don't think you could do it. Even if it was a job, I don't think you could do it.
You think I have a good training style? Training style isn't a thing. There's science behind the training.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You know what's funny? I'm somebody who's always like very hesitant to like ask questions because I don't want to be seen as the dumb guy asking the dumb questions.
Of course.
I'm very hyper aware of
social anxiety.
Yeah, I don't want to be a stupid guy. But it's situations like that where I go, right, I'd have to dig deep to really come off as like a stupid guy asking because it's not just you can ask a dumb question, but it's more about context. Like no context stupid questions are even no context smart questions are equally as annoying.
Yes.
Just being like, what? Where the fuck did that come from? Offline? Let's offline this.
I should offline her.
Yeah, you absolutely should offline her. Yes. Let's take this offline. What's offline? I don't know. You die. You go die somewhere. I don't know.
you offline.
Out. You offline life for a little bit, and then that'll be great. Then we can talk about it. I had a very very similar experience, not identical. I got into another beef with Spectrum Internet. Can you believe it? Can you believe?
I'm not going Spectrum for the new apartment because you fucking hate them.
Yeah, fuck Spectrum.
So you lost my business because of this guy.
Yeah,
dicks.
whatever the opposite of a shout out is.
A redaction.
Yeah, redaction to Spectrum. It was during the blizzard, snowy, shit internet again. Get on to customer service for like the 15th time in like 3 months. Same song and dance. They're like, oh, there's an outage in your area. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Spectrum, you fuck. get a human being on the line, and this was my goal. My goal for that call was, let's see how high I can climb the ladder.
In the Spectrum ladder.
Yeah, in the Spectrum ladder. On how far onto the spectrum can I go?
Let's also first note, it's a large company.
A very large company. Yes. So and truth be told, spoiler alert, did not get very far.
I had a feeling.
Yes. So all that I did was I was basically like vented my frustration to the first tier guy, and then I was like, is there anyone above you who I can have a conversation with, because this seems to be a consistent issue.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, so you want to like talk to my manager? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
That would be delightful. I would love that.
That would
I
be
would
nice.
relish it. That would be very sweet. And thankfully, this guy, more trained in customer service. He knows the jujitsu. He knows how to
Right.
judo.
He knows how to PR. He knows how to.
He's got anger judo. He knows how to take my anger and flip it. He was like, man, yeah, that's crazy. There's a lot going on here. Sorry about what's going on here. And I'm like, still very angry.
Right.
Still very angry. And he's like, well, you know what? Looks like your internet might be coming back on. But I also noticed this very interesting thing. When you first signed up for your internet, you had a plan that has you paying a little bit more than what our standard plan is now. And I'm like, oh, well, haha, that's very fun that I've been paying an extra $20.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. I'm glad that it took me to the managerial, for somebody to point out that I'm overpaying.
If it's right there in your profile.
Yes, that I'm overpaying for shit internet.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me know. And he was like, you know what, we can work on this. I don't know if you want to do this right now, but we can get you onto a new service. And I was like, well, we're doing this now.
Oh yeah.
This is not a callback later situation. I'm not going to think on this. Let's get it popping.
Boom.
He sends me to the technical support.
This is going to take hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the guy over there is like, oh, yeah, okay, this makes sense. Let me see if I can get it. And here's the mistake I made. And this is on me. I'm going to go to my deathbed with this regret.
Okay.
I tell this guy, what is the discounts? Hit me with all the discounts.
Here we go.
How do I bring it down even more so that I can, sleep at night with this shit internet?
Right.
And the guy was like, that's not me. I can't do this.
And now we got to go back to the manager.
No, he sends me over to sales. That is where things get fucking terrible. Because up until this point, I had people who were more or less empathetic, who were sort of like, here, I'm sorry for what's happening. Let me see if I can fix it. I hit the woman who is no context, like, sales.
And your rage has been built.
Yeah, my rage has been built. It was subsided, but obviously I wasn't at zero.
Yep.
I was ready to go off again. And this woman picks up the phone and she's like, oh, hey, what's going on? What are you trying to get into? And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Don't
deals, lady.
You can't flip out. You can't flip out off for a second. And I'm like, okay. And I explained everything that's going on. I go, this is I'm now in the fourth department of this phone call, 45 minutes in. I just need you to flip it over to the other thing, and I'd like you to take a look at what are the potential discounts that I can get.
Please.
And she's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, sure, let me take a look. Click, 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 click. Okay, yeah, discount-wise.
What was her name?
Oh, I don't know. You pick one. Pick any name.
Because going by how you're talking and the way you're typing,
yeah,
I have a feeling.
Oh, okay, all right. Maybe
Watch the YouTube.
Oh, all right. Okay, hold on. Let me dial it back a little bit, because yes to everything that you're saying. I didn't see her face.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but it's safe to assume she was at least from the southern hemisphere. She was from the south, and chatty. There you go. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did you hear fake nails clinking?
No.
Then we can't say for sure.
Yeah, we can't say for
she
sure.
didn't have the Holy Trinity.
Here's what she did. She's like, okay, here's what I can do for you. Do you have cable? And I go, let me stop you right there.
Okay, here we go.
I do not have cable.
She's upselling you.
And I hear where you're going. I literally go, I hear what you're doing. I have zero. Up front.
You said I hear what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's good. Calm
Literally,
out.
I go. I understand. I understand where you're going. I do not want cable. I do not want a landline.
Of course.
I do not want any sort of premium channels.
No.
All I want is any potential discount to internet. And this was her response. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see what I can do for you. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
you know, like she's getting defensive at me just being very clear. She's clicking away, and then she comes back and she's like, okay, yeah, let me do a little digging here. Let me see what I can find out. And I swear to God, she then puts me on hold for 35 minutes, sporadically coming back and going, hey, are you still there? And I'm like, yep. And then she's like, I'm still looking. Let me see what I can do with this discount.
Is she physically looking for deals? Is she
She's
going to the
physically
deal
looking-
mine and going down the elevator shaft into the deal mine?
She's basically going. She's knocking on the Spectrum CEO door. Just be like, hey, have you seen any deals lying around here?
I'm coming. There's so much soot in the deal mine. I can't.
Yeah. Look, has anybody seen my canary? So she's sporadically every 10 minutes just and then doing the salesiest sales thing of just like, oh, okay, so what are you getting up to? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm on the worst phone call of my entire
God.
life. That's what I'm up to right now. What are you doing? How's the deals going? 35 minutes goes by, and finally she's like, okay, here's where I'm at. We can't do anything for you.
Oh my God.
She goes, you know, we did just start a streaming service.
No.
Do you think you might want to get into the streams? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I got all the streaming. I don't need any. She's like, okay. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, okay.
Is your internet back up?
Huh?
Was your internet back up?
Yeah,
by this
oh,
time?
everything's back up.
Okay.
Char's just clicking away on the internet, just listening to me, about to lose my shit. I had her on speaker, and Char just kept walking by being like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then also, Char for a minute was like, is she flirting with you? I'm like, I don't know. Are you going to fight this woman?
You gotta go down to the deal mine if you want to
Yeah.
fight with Chandra.
Yeah. So what turned out to be 45 minutes of anger and frustration tackled on another 45 minutes, which yielded, I got nothing for you. Do you want your internet drop down? What essentially became $8. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. If that's not the most Spectrum experience.
That was a Spectrum commercial right there.
Yeah. And my favorite bit was like she ended it with, they might ask you to do a little survey after this. Would you mind providing some feedback? Chandra, I'm going to provide the most feedback.
You know it.
I am rebooting this entire conversation for you. It's no longer my internet, Chandra. You are my problem. So, yeah, I got new internet.
So that was saving $96 a year.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right. Where are we at? We did.
We did it.
All right. If you learned anything from this episode,
Yeah.
it's go with the Bob-O-Pedic.
Yeah.
And if you have a chance, go Verizon over Spectrum.
Yeah, never go Spectrum.
Never go Spectrum.
Yep.
Unless you're on it. See you next week.
Okay, bye.